This yoga session is Vinyasa Flow. Get ready to increase your mobility and strength while switching off from the rest of your day. Let's go.
Welcome, I'm Heather, and this is a 60-minute Vinyasa flow. We're going to focus on opening the hips today. So I'd like for you to have one block. We're going to be using it towards the end of the class. And then just come to an easy seated position, whatever that means to you. Spine straight, shoulders soft, eyes closed. And just take this moment to center yourself. Ground yourself. Eyes closed. I was talking to a friend. I was having a particularly bad time. I called up a friend, and she said some wise words that I would like to share with you. She said quite simply, "You will be okay. You will be okay." These feelings, all of them, the sadness, the anger, the grief, they're just waves on the ocean. And right now, you're in the middle of the storm, and the waves are knocking you around, twisting you about, but you will be okay, because the storm passes. It always does. And these huge waves that are knocking you down right now, they will become softer and further apart. And then the blue skies will come, and they will just be ripples. And through it all, in the end, you will be okay. Soften the shoulders, soften the hips, unclench the jaw, let the creases come out from in between the eyebrows, let it go. None of it will serve you in the next hour. Let it release. Keep the eyes closed. Lower the chin down to the chest. Feel the stretch along the back of the neck. Roll right ear to right shoulder. Let the left shoulder lower down. Chin to chest. Left ear, left shoulder. Let the right shoulder drop. Chin to chest. Slowly start to flutter the eyes open. Let the light slowly seep to the nervous system. And then head comes to center. Let's begin our asana practice with 3 cleansing inhales. Inhaling, lifting the arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift. This time, exhale, forward fold, sloppy forward fold over top of the legs. Round the spine, let the head drop, let the shoulders drop. With an inhale, start to lift yourself up, walking the hands to the legs. Exhale here. Inhaling, lifting the arms up to the sky. Exhale, gentle twist to the right, nice and easy, nothing hard here. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, bring the arms back down. Now switch out your legs. Whichever leg you have in front or on top, bring it to the back or on top. So we've got it going the other way. Inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, sloppy forward fold over top of this leg, the different leg. And notice how the stretch has moved from one hip to the other hip. And I'm going to place a bet. This is your tighter hip. Yeah, it's not our go-to hip. It's not the one you naturally go to. But that doesn't make it a bad hip or a problem hip or a hip that needs to be fixed. This is simply a different hip. We're not dolls made in a factory. Both sides are not supposed to be even. Think about it. You're either left-handed or right-handed. Let the negative judgment, let the negative body judgment go in this class. Let it go. Your body is great the way it is. Inhale, start to lift yourself up, walking the hands to the legs. Exhale here. Inhale, lifting the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, gentle twist to the left. Inhale, coming back to center. Arms come up to the sky. And now exhale, you can either just roll over top of your knees or you can swing the legs around. We're coming into an all-four position. Hands and knees, all-four position. And we begin with cat and cow. With an inhale, drop the belly. Here is your cow. Exhale, round up the back. Angry cat. Inhale, coming into your cow. Exhale, round it up. Angry cat. Inhale. Exhale. And now move with your own pace, your own breath. If there's additional movements you would like to add, feel free. Maybe you're bringing the hips back down to the heels and then coming into your cow. Or maybe you'd like to warm up the wrist by taking the fingers pointing out wide. And I actually like to bring my wrist a little bit closer. And then just swaying side to side and making big circles. You move how you want to move. I'm just throwing out ideas. You can do all of them. You can do none of them. Whatever works in your body, whatever your body is calling for right now, that's where you go. Come back to center. Flare the hips out to the right, C curve. Look to the right hip. Make yourself a nice big C with that spine. Coming back to center, and then flare the hips to the left. Look to the left hip. Come back to center. Let's do it again. To the right. And center. To the left. And center. One more time each side. Well done. Coming back to a neutral spine. Take the right leg behind you. Kick it out behind you. And then exhale, cat up the spine. Bring the knee into the chest like you're going to give your knee a kiss. Or maybe you even do it. Mwah! And then take it out long again. Exhale, bring it in. Cat up the spine. Give that knee a kiss. And bring it long. One more like this. Exhale, bring it in. Cat up the spine. Bring it back. Here's the change. Now take your right knee to your right elbow. Tap. Bring it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. We have 5 of these. Bring it back. Don't beat me. Right knee, right elbow. Don't slam through these fast using momentum. Bring it back. Let's do 2 more. Right knee, right elbow. And back. Last one. Right knee, right elbow. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Good job. Really good job. Take that right knee down to the mat. We are simply going to the other side. No rest for the wicked in my classes. Left leg goes back. Kick it out long. And then left knee comes into the chest. Cat up the spine. Give your knee a kiss. Mwah! And bring it long. Exhale. Cat up the spine. Give it a kiss. Mwah! And go long. One more. Exhale, round the spine. Take it long. And here we go to the left. Left knee, left elbow, tap. Bring it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Bring it back. Keep at the same pace as me. Left knee, left elbow, touch. Bring it back. 2 more. Left knee, left elbow, and back. Here's our last one. Tap and hold. 3, 2, 1. Take that leg long, yes. And then the left knee comes down. It gets even better. Toes touch, knees are wide-ish. Hips go to the heels. Oh, it's a child's pose. Yay! Take the arms long down the mat. Keep the arms nice and long down the mat. Melt into the mat, take a little bit of a moment. This is my all-time favorite pose. People think it's crazy poses like one-handed handstands and things like that. No, give me a child's pose anytime. From child's pose, start to walk the hands over to the right. Maybe they walk as far off the mat. Maybe the left hand just rests on top of the right hand, but make sure that the head is resting on the mat. Walk the hands back to center and continue walking to the left. Maybe the right hand rests on top of the left hand, but make sure the right shoulder is dropping down to the mat and the head is resting. Walk the hands back to center. Keep the elbows on the mat, head on the mat, clasp the hands, lift the fists up to the sky, and then take the fists behind the head. Maybe the fists rest on your neck. Maybe you've got really nice, beautiful long arms and they go in between the shoulder blades. Tricep stretch. Rest here. Release the hands down. We've got one more shoulder stretch before we move on. Take your right arm, lift yourself up just a little bit to take the right arm underneath the left armpit. Now notice I'm not twisting. My chest is staying level with the ground. Lower the chest down onto that right arm. Lift up just enough to release. Right arm goes long and we move to the opposite side. Taking this left arm underneath the right armpit. Don't twist, just lower down. Lift up just enough. Take that left arm long as well. And we're coming into the first down dog of the class. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, and upside down V. And when you get into your down dog, move however you would like to move. I like to walk the dog. I've got super tight calves, so I always like to walk the dog and release that out. But if you are someone who would rather warm up the shoulders coming into a plank and then back into a down dog, go for it. Maybe you'd like to lift a leg up to the sky and make circles. You move however you want to move. This is your time. Don't do what I'm doing just because I'm doing it. Don't do yoga in someone else's body, and my goodness, don't do it in mine. Move in yours. Come to stillness in your down dog. Walk your feet to your hands. Ragdoll forward fold at the very top of your mat. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. Hands come to heart center. Let's begin our sun salutation, starting with sun salutation C, classic sun salutation. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Softness to the knees, flat spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. You can have your fingertips on the shins or on the mat. They're both correct. Right leg goes back, lowering down the right knee. Arms come up to the sky. Inhale, lifting up. We won't be here for very long on this first run. And now, Exhale, hands come down to the mat. The left leg goes back. We are in our plank. Anytime I say plank, feel free to drop down to the knees if you like. Chaturanga. Elbows don't chicken wing out. We keep them tight to the ribs. You only need to go halfway down. Cobra. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then tuck the toes, down dog. Right leg to the sky. Right foot in between the hands, lower down the left knee, arms come up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Left foot meets the right foot. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. And I like to go straight into my rounds. Here's round 2. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Left leg goes back, lower down the left knee, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Right foot goes back, plank. Chaturanga. Cobra. Down dog. Left leg to the sky. Left foot in between the hands, lower down the right knee, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat. Right foot meets the left foot, half lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweeping all the way up, and here comes our second round. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Right leg goes back, lower down the right knee. We're going to hold this lunge, arms come up to the sky. And now cactus the arms, baby back bend, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, bring the hands to prayer, twisting to the left so that the right elbow just touches down. Don't try to ram the knee up into the armpit. That's old school. We just touch down now and twist. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. The left leg goes back. We are plank, chaturanga, cobra, down dog. Right leg to the sky. Open up the hip. Turn this into a twist. The right knee is up to the sky and start to make nice big circles with that right knee. Circle the other way. Then right foot in between the hands, lower down the left knee, arms come up to the sky. Hands down to the mat. Left foot meets the right foot, half lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweeping all the way up, and here comes our last round of the C variation. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Left leg goes back, lowering down the left knee, arms come up to the sky. Cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then baby back bend. With an exhale, hands come to prayer. We twist to the right. The left elbow just touches down. Don't think knee to armpit. That's not where we're going. We're just touching down. With an inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Right foot meets the left foot, rolling through the vinyasa. Plank, chaturanga, cobra, or up dog, down dog. Left leg to the sky. Open up the left hip. Make nice big juicy circles with that knee. Make sure the knee is pointing skyward, not down towards the mat. Open up. And then start to circle the other way. Left foot in between the hands, lower down the right knee, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the mat, right foot meets the left foot, half lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, flat spine, inhale, coming all the way up. And let's get into our flow. Chair pose. Hold your chair pose. I don't care if knees and toes are touching or if they're hip distance apart. But if the knees are touching, toes are touching. Hold here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Roll through your vinyasa, your pace, your time. If you'd like to add a little bit of power, you can always jump back to plank. But the only thing I ask is if you choose that, you jump back to a soft bended elbow. It's like landing on your legs when you jump. You always want to have a softness to the knee. Same thing applies to the elbows. So if you choose to jump back, you jump back to softness. Chaturanga. Cobra. Down dog. Left leg to the sky. Left foot comes in between the hands. Warrior two. Flip the left hand, inhale, lifting up, right hand to the thigh. Make sure you're not doing a back bend. This is all along the left side body. Warrior two. Side angle. Left forearm comes down to the thigh or the left hand to the mat. If you're ready for the bind, right arm goes behind the back, left arm tucks underneath this knee, palms touch. Warrior two. Okay, it's a balance challenge. Be kind to yourself. High crescent lunge. Take your time. Right hand comes down to the mat. Twisted low lunge. Left arm up to the sky. With an exhale, left hand comes to the inside of the left foot. Walk the left foot out to the left. Have it coming out in about a diagonal. It doesn't work in the bodies to have the foot dead on. Aesthetically, it's pretty, but it's not how our femur fits into our thigh bone. So take it out wide. Both hands are on the mat. This is lizard. If you like, you can come down onto your forearms and just hold here. If you are on your elbows, lift up onto the hands. Left leg goes back, plank, roll through the vinyasa. And here we go, opposite side. So we're moving to the right side. Right foot comes up, and then right foot in between the hands, opening up into Warrior Two. Reverse the warrior. Flip the right hand, lift up. Warrior Two. Side angle. Forearm can come down to the thigh or the hand to the mat. If you're ready for that bind, it's the left arm behind the back, clasping underneath the knee. Open the chest to the side though. Don't let this left shoulder collapse in. Open up. Warrior Two. Balance challenge. Take it easy. High crescent lunge. Left hand comes down to the mat. Right arm stays open. Twist. And then right hand comes down. We're moving into our lizard. Taking that right foot out wide. Both hands are on the mat, or maybe you'd like to come down onto your forearms. If you're on your forearms, lift up. Listen to the change. We're taking this right foot, walking it back to center, and then left foot meets the right foot, half lift at the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, inhale, sweeping all the way up. And here's the second round. Coming into your chair pose. Bring the arms into a cactus shape. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeeze. Lift. We have two more. Squeeze. Lift. Here is our last one. Bring it back. Squeeze the shoulder blades and then pulse the elbows backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Roll through your vinyasa. Remember, if you want to try that jump back, go for it, but you land on soft elbows. Roll through your vinyasa. Left leg to the sky. Left foot in between the hands, Warrior Two. From Warrior Two, triangle. Straightening out the left leg. Reach, 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 reach to the front of the room. You don't want to make an arch with the left side body. You don't want this. You want it to be straight. Left hand comes down to the shin. Chest is open. Right arm to the sky. You can look down at your left thumb or up at look down at your big toe. I'll learn my body parts. Or you can look at your right thumb. Keep the legs straight. Inhale, lifting up. Hands to the hips. Pivot the toes towards the side. Now don't think about your spine. Your spine's coming along for the ride. Grab these hip crests and start to roll the hip crest down. Maybe you keep rolling so that your hip crests are pointing towards the back wall. When you get down to the bottom, let the head drop. The hands can be wherever you like. If you like the hips, stay there. Or the mat. Some people love grabbing big toes or ankles. That's fine, whatever works for you. If you are someone who is practicing headstands, this is your time to play. I'm going to hang out here, but if you want to play around with a headstand or any other kind of inversion, go for it. Everyone, bring your hands back to your hips if they aren't there already. Have a softness to the knees. Protect the back of the knees. Inhale, lift up. Warrior 2. Windmill the hands to the front of the mat. Lift up that right heel. Okay. Stay here with your hands to the mat. Bring your right knee to your chest. Bring your hands to prayer. Slowly lift up. Take your time. Coming into stork. If you need to touch the right foot down, it's okay. The mat isn't made of acid. It's all right. You just pop back up. Take the arms wide. Right knee on top of the left knee. Have softness in the left knee. Right arm underneath the left. Backs of the hands touching or maybe palms touching. Elbows come to the same height as the shoulders, no higher. And then you press the elbows to the front of the room. Sink a little deeper with the hips. Try not to touch down. We open up into star. Make the arms wide. Kick out that right leg. Lean to the left a little bit. And bring the foot down. Tadasana at the top of the mat. Second side. Arms come up to the sky. Chair. This time, clasp your hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Maybe you pull the fists away from the hips. Hold here. And release. Arms come up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Flow through your vinyasa, but if you're done with them, just go straight to down dog. Opposite side. Right leg up to the sky. Right foot in between the hands, warrior 2. Trikonasana, triangle. Straightening out that right leg. Reach, reach, reach to the front. Hand comes down to the shin. Chest is open. Arms up to the sky. Warrior 2. Windmill the hands to the front of the mat. Lift up the left heel. Stay here with the hands. Bring the left knee into the chest. Hands to prayer. Start to lift up. Left knee to the chest, stork. Crossing the left knee over the right. Have softness to the right knee. Arms go wide. Left arm underneath the right arm. Maybe the backs of the hands touch. Maybe the palms touch. Elbows come to the same height as the shoulders, and then push the elbows to the front of the room. Feel the stretch along the upper back. That's the point of this pose. Hold. opening up into star. Open wide. Take out the left leg. Open, open, open. Lean to the right. And then come down into Tadasana. Shake it out. Give it a good shake. All right. Going into some slow holds to get deep into the hips. We're going to start with Malasana, yoga squat. Take your feet wide as the mat wide, and then have the feet pointing out in about a 45-degree angle. We'll fidget around when we get down to the bottom, but right now I want you just to be right about here. This works for most people, and then we'll fidget. Take the arms up to the sky. We are going to lower down into a squat on my count. Here it goes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, we're only halfway. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands down to the mat. Okay, this is your time to wiggle around. Make sure the heels are on the mat. If the heels are not on the mat, that means your feet are too close. You need to walk the feet out wider. And then the angle your feet are has to do with how, strangely enough, the femur fits into the hip socket. Notice that I'm almost like on a balance beam. That's just how I'm designed. You might have your feet a little bit closer in or towards the front. We're all different. You've just got to wiggle around and figure out what works for you. Now, you might be here right now and you're like, wow, this feels like I'm just hanging in my joints. It's not the most comfortable feeling when you feel that. What you will do is you will take your block. You take your block to the highest height and you sit on it like a stool. You are still getting a stretch. Trust me, you are still getting a stretch, but you're getting rid of that hanging sensation. So you choose without a block or with the block. We're going to hold this for a little bit of time. Good job. Take the hands to the mat. Start to lift yourself up. Oh. Walk the feet in a bit. And if you need to pedal anything out or move anything out, go for it. And then bring your hands to the mat. Step back into down dog. Oh, that feels even better. And move in your down dog. Walk the dog, lift a leg, kick the leg out, anything that works for you to flush out that lactic acid. We are moving into pigeon next. Right leg comes up to the sky. Right knee goes wide, right foot center-ish of the mat. Now, the most important part of this, and I have to walk my left leg back, maybe you do too, but the most important part of this, the number one error I see, is notice how wide my knee is. My knee is so wide it is off the mat wide. The number one mistake I see people make is they want to slice the middle of the mat with their knee, and this isn't pigeon. It's a little bit of a thigh stretch, but it's definitely not pigeon. That knee needs to go wide. It doesn't matter where your foot is. It can be forward, it can be back. It's just whatever works best for you. And then, if you like being on your hands, stay on your hands. If you would like to come down onto your forearms, go for it. If you'd like to bring yourself all the way down, if this works in your body, you decide how deep you want to go into your pigeon pose. Hold here, close the eyes, and sink in. Lift yourself up onto your hands if you lowered down. The only thing worse than being in pigeon is getting out of pigeon. And if you don't know what I mean, you're going to find out really soon. Take your time. Take your slow, sweet time to get into a down dog. And there it is. Woo. Once you get into down dog, listen to your body. If your body is saying, please be still, then be still. But if it's saying, please move, then move. And here comes round 2. Left leg comes up to the sky. And then the left knee goes wide, left foot to the center-ish of the mat. This is not as important as the width of the knee. However the foot ends up, that's just where it ends up. But the knee is what's important. If you're like me and you need to walk that right leg back a little bit, you go for it. And perhaps you stay upright or down onto the forearms, or you sink yourself all the way down. Here we are in our pigeon round 2. And we slowly lift out, coming to our hands. And then take your time, because it's not pretty. Either stillness or movement. And then when you are ready, come to a seated position facing the front of the mat. Legs long down the mat. We're going to go into a Janushirshasana. Take your right foot, bring it to the inner thigh of the left leg. And it honestly doesn't matter how high you have this right heel. If your leg is low, that's fine. Maybe it's medium, maybe it's all the way up into the groin. Doesn't matter. Don't worry about that too much. Twist the spine, twist the torso so that it lines up with the left leg. Inhale, straighten the spine, and actually think cow, think back bend. Then exhale, forward fold. But don't think head to knee. All this does is round the spine and stretch out the lower back. I'd rather you keep thinking back bend, cow, and think more chest to toes. Inhale, lifting up. We're simply going to go to the other side. So take your right leg long. Left foot comes to the inside. It's either high, medium, low. It doesn't matter. And then what does, your torso is naturally going to go into a diagonal. That's just the way our hips are designed. So you're going to put a little twist into it. A little bit of a twist so the chest can go over top of that right leg. Think cow, think back bend, think chest to toes, don't think head to knee. Keeping that flat spine, thinking back bend is all it's going to do is keep you into a flat spine. That is going to put the stretch into the back of the leg. Hopefully that is where you're feeling it. If it's feeling it in the shoulders, back, lower back, that means you're rounding. Straighten it out. And inhale, lift it up. Straighten out both legs just enough so that you can bring your feet to the mat. Grab your block. And then, this is the good part, lay down. We're moving into a restorative inversion. Have the block at the lowest height. Lift the hips up. Slide the block underneath the sacrum, the bony part of the back pelvis. And then take the legs straight up to the sky. Close the eyes. Restorative inversion. Rest here. Take the feet back down to the mat. Lift the hips enough that you can slide that block out from underneath you. Lower the hips down. It is time for our Shavasana. Yay. Take the legs long down the mat, but if you like butterfly position, go into a butterfly. Arms can be by your side, palms facing up to the sky, but if you'd rather have your hands on your belly, go for it. Close the eyes. That is the most important part of this. Close the eyes. I'd like for you to imagine you're laying in a garden in green, green grass. Feel the soft grass underneath you. Smell the hundreds of fragrant flowers. And this big, fat bumblebee floating in the air. The sky is blue, and the sun feels warm on your face. Rest in the garden. There's a path that winds through the garden. You stand up and start to wind down the path. Feel the cool green grass underneath your feet. Listen to the birds singing above you. And slowly put one foot in front of the other, walking down the path. At the end of the path is a koi pond, a pond filled with goldfish. Stand by the edge of the pond and watch the beautiful fish swim. All of their colors, red and orange, yellow and white, making a kaleidoscope of colors. In the pond, you see something shiny, and you reach in and grab it. You lift it up to yourself, and you see it's a gold ring. Inscribed in the ring, it says, "You will be okay. You will be okay." Press the ring against your heart and know that whenever you need to hear these words, they're right here with you. You will be okay. Coming back to this room, start to wiggle fingers and toes. Add movement to the feet. Circle out the wrists. And let the head roll from one side to the other. Take your arms over top of your head and stretch the body long like the first stretch of the morning. And then bring your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Gently roll onto your right side into the cradle pose, the fetal position, and just rest here a few moments. Slowly and gently push yourself up into an easy seated position, whatever that means to you. And let's seal our practice with 3 cleansing inhales. Inhaling, lifting the arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale, lift. Palms touch. Hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me. I'm Heather, and this was a 60-minute Vinyasa flow. Namaste.
Well done on a great workout.